Capricorn, August 7th, I'm seeing a mind that wants to move and a heart that won't budge. You are trying to force a clean answer out of a messy emotional scene. It is not clean. It is stalled, and the more you push, the more scattered it gets. Knight of Wands reversed. This card is showing impulsive drive with nowhere solid to land. Knight of Wands reversed keeps coming in like that burst of energy where you text first, think later, then wonder why everything feels off. You start 3 things at once. You want movement so bad you mistake urgency for purpose. Actually, no, it is not lack of ambition. It is misdirected action. Slow it down. Check why you are moving. If it is just to outrun the feeling, it will burn out fast. 10 of Cups. This card is about what actually feels safe, warm, and real. 10 of Cups is not fantasy. It is that moment where you exhale around someone. You laugh after tension. You sit in a room and do not feel watched, judged, or braced for impact. That is the standard. Not the highlight reel, not the promise, the real thing. You knew this already. Your body knows the difference between performance and peace. So if somebody is calling chaos connection, look again. Mutual care feels steady. It does not need to prove itself every 5 minutes. 5 of Cups. This card is grief, plain and simple. 5 of Cups is the replay, the text thread. The moment you keep staring at what failed instead of what still stands. I'm seeing you fixate on the part that hurt and ignore the support that remains around you. That is the trap. Not because the loss is small, because the loss is loud. Let me rephrase that. The hurt is real, but it does not get to become your whole identity. Grieve it, name it. Do not rush it, but do not keep feeding the part of you that only looks at what is gone. So here is the message for this moment. Your drive is not the problem. Your pace is. Your heart is not empty. It is asking for something that actually holds. And your pain is not a dead end, but it is asking to be witnessed without being worshipped. To what is still good. Stop chasing what only looks intense. Stop calling every spark a direction. Capricorn, this is the reset point. Not dramatic, just honest. Slow your hands. Watch what you reach for. If it brings peace, it stays. If it keeps you spinning, it is not the answer, Capricorn. August 7th. This is not asking you to push harder. It is asking you to stop confusing motion with progress. You already saw what happens when you chase heat. It burns out fast. Knight of Wands reversed. This card is showing scattered drive, and it is very specific. You start 3 things, then you text first, think later, and by nightfall you are tired from your own hype. The Knight of Wands reversed says the urge is there, but the direction is messy. Slow it down. Check why you are moving. Do not chase every spark just because it feels exciting. Do not perform confidence and call it momentum. If you are opening tabs, sending the message, making the plan, and then dropping it, that is the pattern. That is the burnout cycle. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. It is not lack of ambition, it is misdirected action. The Hanged Man reversed. This card is about resistance to the pause. The Hanged Man reversed shows you refreshing the same situation again and again, hoping the answer changes without you having to change. You are avoiding the hard conversation. You are calling it patience. It is not patience, it is avoidance. Because this matters. The lesson is not moving because you keep refusing to sit still long enough to see it. Do not cling to control. Do not rush the lesson just because discomfort is loud. If you keep staring at the same problem and doing the same thing, you are not stuck by accident. You are choosing the stall. Let the pause teach you what force cannot. 10 of Cups. This card is the clean contrast. 10 of Cups looks like ease that does not require performance. It feels like coming home to someone and not having to manage the room. It is shared laughter after tension. It is a moment where your shoulders drop because the connection is actually safe. The 10 of Cups says to notice what healthy looks like, not fantasy. Not perfect. Healthy. If the bond is real, it does not leave you guessing every hour. It gives you evidence. It gives you peace that holds up in daylight. Do not settle for less than mutual care. Do not ignore what feels nourishing just because it is quieter than the chaos you are used to. 5 of Cups. This card brings the grief back into focus. The 5 of Cups is the text you keep rereading. It is the breakup you keep replaying. It is the disappointment you have not put down yet. I'm seeing you stare at what failed and miss what remains standing. That is the trap. The 5 of Cups does not ask you to pretend it did not hurt. It asks you to grieve honestly. Say what was lost. Admit what disappointed you. Then look up. There is still support here. There is still something left to work with. Do not make grief your identity. Do not live in the wreckage just because it is familiar. So this is simple, Capricorn. Stop forcing momentum. Stop avoiding the pause. Stop feeding the loss like it is the whole story. What is meant for you will not require you to burn yourself down to reach it. Capricorn, August 7th. Hold on. We are still in the same loop, and it is not because you are weak. It is because nobody is stopping long enough to tell the truth. Knight of Wands reversed. The Knight of Wands reversed is showing scattered drive and heat without direction. I'm seeing you start fast, text first, think later, then hit a wall and call it chemistry, call it urgency, call it fate. Actually, no, it is burnout with good lighting. You chase the spark, then you wonder why the fire does not hold. Slow down, check the motive before you move. If you are reaching because you are anxious, that is not momentum. The Hanged Man reversed. The Hanged Man reversed is resistance to the pause. This card is saying you keep refreshing the same situation, waiting for a different answer and calling it patience. Don't lie to yourself. You are not waiting. You are avoiding the hard conversation. You are avoiding the moment where the truth becomes real. And because you refuse to sit still, the lesson keeps circling back. Let the discomfort teach you something. Stop treating stillness like failure. Three of Wands reversed. The Three of Wands reversed is blocked expansion and delayed progress. This card shows the plan stalling after the first burst of hope. You made room for a future, then kept staring at the same narrow lane when the timing changed. Wait. You may be shrinking the goal because you are tired of being disappointed. That is not strategy. Reassess it. Widen the view. If the reply never came, if the plan never moved, if the backup plan started feeling like a trap, then the horizon needs a new shape. Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is grief sitting in the front seat. You keep replaying what went wrong. You keep looking at the breakup text, the missed call, the thing that did not land. That is real. Grieve it. Do not rush past it, but do not make the loss the whole story. There is still something standing. There is still support. There is still a part of you that can turn around and see what remains instead of staring only at what spilled. Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is the contrast. This card shows what healthy connection actually feels like. Not the performance, not the chase, not the emotional whiplash. This is the moment where you feel at home with someone. Shared laughter after tension, a room that feels calm, a bond that does not make you keep probing yourself. Peace has a texture. It is not empty. It is steady, it is mutual, it does not ask you to burn out to earn it. So here is the moment. Stop forcing momentum. Stop calling avoidance patience. Stop shrinking your future because one path stalled. Grieve what failed. Then look at what still holds, because the situation is spinning, yes, but not because the answer is hidden. It is because someone keeps refusing to pause long enough to see it. Hold on. August 7th is not asking you to push harder. It is asking you to see what breaks when you do. Knight of Wands reversed. This card is showing scattered drive and stalled momentum. The Knight of Wands reverse looks like starting three things at once, texting first, thinking later, then burning out the second the hype drops. Slow it down. Check the motive before you move. Do not chase every spark and call it purpose. The Hanged Man reversed. This reversal is resistance to the pause. The Hanged Man reversed shows you refreshing the same situation again and again, like waiting for a different result from the same dead pattern. Actually, no, that is not patience. That is avoidance dressed up as control. Stop forcing the lesson to arrive on your schedule. Let the pause do its job. Three of Wands reversed. This card points to blocked expansion and delayed progress. The Three of Wands reversed is the plan that looks solid until the reply never came, the timing slipped, and the next step stayed out of reach. You kept looking ahead, but the horizon narrowed. Reassess the route. Do not shrink the goal just because the first attempt stalled. Two of Cups reversed. This reversal is disharmony. The Two of Cups reversed is one-sided texting, half apologies, and that weird feeling of being present but not really met. You already knew this. The exchange is off. One person is reaching, the other is withholding, and the bond cannot keep pretending that imbalance is love. Name it. Restore the boundary. Stop forcing harmony where reciprocity is missing. Five of Cups. This card is grief. The Five of Cups shows the breakup text, the replay, the stare at what went wrong until it starts feeling like the whole story. Let me rephrase that. It is not just sadness. It is fixation on the loss. Grieve it honestly. Do not rush the healing. But do not miss what is still standing either. Something remains even here. Ten of Cups. This card is the contrast. The Ten of Cups is what healthy connection actually feels like. Shared laughter after tension. A room that calms your body. A conversation that does not make you perform. This is emotional safety. This is mutual care. This is what does not require you to beg, chase, or explain your worth. Do not settle for less and call it enough. I'm seeing the turning point clearly now. Disharmony becomes undeniable. That is the moment. Not because you failed. Because the pattern can no longer hide. Knight of Wands reversed. Stop sprinting toward what only burns hot. The Hanged Man reversed. Stop calling avoidance a strategy. Three of Wands reversed. Stop pretending delay means defeat. Two of Cups reversed. Stop feeding a connection that only takes. Five of Cups. Feel the loss, but do not live there. Ten of Cups. That is the standard now. Mutual, steady, safe. And if it does not feel like that, do not force it. Capricorn. August 7th is not asking for more effort. It is asking for a stop. Knight of Wands reversed. This card is showing scattered drive and burnout. You started fast, texted first, pushed first, then hit a wall and acted like the wall was the problem. Actually, no. The pace was the problem. You kept chasing every spark, and now the follow through is thin. The Hanged Man reversed. This card is about resistance to the pause. The Hanged Man reversed is you refreshing the same thread, checking the same silence, refusing to sit still long enough to hear what the silence is saying. You are not stuck because nothing is happening. You are stuck because you keep trying to outmove the lesson. Three of Wands reversed. This card is blocked expansion. Three of Wands reversed is the plan that stalled after the first rush. The reply did not come. The timing did not open. The backup plan started to feel like a trap. Hold on. That is information, not defeat. Information. Two of Cups reversed. This card is disharmony and unequal exchange. Two of Cups reversed is the one-sided texting, the apology that keeps the peace, the conversation where you do all the adjusting. You already knew that the connection is asking for more than you are getting back, and pretending otherwise is costing you. And here is the turning point. The imbalance becomes undeniable. You cannot force reciprocity. You cannot hustle somebody into mutual care. You cannot act confident enough to make a half connection whole. Five of Cups. This card is grief and regret. Five of Cups is the moment you stare at what went wrong and replay the exact text, the exact choice, the exact silence. Let me rephrase that. You keep trying to solve the loss by reliving it. That is not healing. That is looping, but not everything is gone. Ace of Pentacles, this card is a grounded opening. Ace of Pentacles is the real offer, the practical yes, the small beginning you can actually build on. It is the class you keep postponing. It is the savings account. It is the new routine. It is the chance that does not need fireworks to be real. Ten of Cups. This card is emotional fulfillment and peace. Ten of Cups is what it feels like when your body stops bracing. When the conversation is easy. When the care is mutual. When you do not have to perform for consistency. That is the standard now. Not chaos, not almost. Not, maybe if I try harder. I'm seeing a clean split here. What drains you is getting exposed. What nourishes you is getting clearer. So do not chase the stalled thing. Do not keep forcing the disharmony to behave like love. Grieve what failed. Name the imbalance. Then take the practical opening in front of you. Build slowly. Protect the seed, because what is meant for you will not require you to abandon yourself to keep it. August 7th, Capricorn. Hold on. This moment is where the stall gets honest. Knight of Wands reversed. This card is showing scattered drive, and the reversed energy is loud here. You started three things. You texted first. You chased the spark, then burned out when it did not answer back. That is the pattern behind that restless push without direction. Not lack of ambition, misdirected action. Slow it down. Check why you are moving. If it is panic, that is not purpose. The Hanged Man reversed. This card is about resistance, and reverse means you are refusing the pause. You keep refreshing the same situation. You keep checking the same thread. You keep acting like waiting is failure. Actually, no. This is the pause you kept resisting. Waiting is the lesson. The hard conversation is the lesson. The stillness is the lesson. Stop calling avoidance patience. You already knew that. Three of Wands reversed. This card says the horizon is blocked, and reverse shows the delay is real. Plans stalled after the first rush. The reply did not come. The timing slipped. This is the horizon that stopped expanding. So now you are staring at the backup plan like it should save you. It will not, if you never adjust it, reassess. Widen the view. Do not shrink the goal because the first rope got stuck. Two of Cups, reverse. This card is misalignment, and reversed means the exchange is off. One side is reaching, the other side is coasting. One side is apologizing to keep peace. The other side is taking the peace and not changing a thing. It is the imbalance you could not ignore. Name it. That is not harmony. That is imbalance. Do not force a soft tone over a hard truth. If reciprocity is absent, the connection is not healthy enough to build on. Five of Cups. This card is grief, and it asks you to face what failed without performing strength. You are replaying the text, replaying the promise, replaying the part where you thought it would turn around. Let it hurt. Do not rush that. But do not stare only at the loss either. There is still something standing. There is still support. There is still a next move, even if your chest is heavy today. And then Ace of Pentacles. This card is the opening. Real, practical, ground, not flashy. Not burning hot. A seed you can actually hold. I'm seeing the shift now. Once you stop chasing what keeps burning out, you can see the seed of something real. A plan. A savings move, a class, a real offer. A tangible beginning that does not need drama to prove itself. 10 of Cups, this card is what it feels like when the connection is safe, mutual, and nourishing. No guessing games, no one-sided reaching, no emotional whiplash, just ease. Just louder after tension. Just a place where you can breathe without bracing. Do not confuse fantasy with fulfillment. Real peace has structure. Real joy has consistency. Real love does not keep you in a loop. So this is the moment, Capricorn. Face the grief. Stop feeding the stall. Stop performing momentum. Restore reciprocity or release what cannot meet you. Then build what is real, not what only burns bright. That is the seed. That is the move. Okay? That's all I've got for now. If this hit, you already know what to do. Please like, subscribe. Tell your group chat. I'll see y'all soon.